now.
Oh,
I know, but you can unmute yourself if you require it. If you need to yell at me, you can unmute yourself. Okay, so preparing to record, and we're recording over here. Welcome, everybody. This is our Thera class for a Friday morning. I know you already have a nice wedge shape in your chair to make sure that those hips are a little bit above the knees. Hi, Anne-Marie, welcome. Glad to see you here today. Welcome. So have a seat and sit up tall in your seated mountain. Bring your feet far enough away from here so your knees feel comfortable. So your heels are under your knees. There is an external rotation, slight external rotation in the hips, and that's reflected in the knees and the feet. Sit up tall. Think about all those musculature of that inner corset that you can activate and become a little taller and slimmer. Notice how that feels. Let the shoulders sink, sink, sink away from the ears. Breathe. Take some nice deep breaths. So deep breaths in. Feel that expansion, that length that happens. And as you exhale, soften and relax a little bit. Again, inhaling. Feel that nice long spine and the expansion with the inhale, all directions. And exhale, soften. One more deep breath, really consciously filling that whole lung capacity. Feel the length. Feel the strength of the inner corset, even as you're breathing in. And exhale, soften, relax, relax, especially those shoulders. Let them sink a little away from the ears. Now let's bring the arms alongside the body and do some seated moving mountains. So with an inhale, you might want to lean forward slightly as you stretch your arms up overhead. How does that feel if you slightly lean forward? Kind of reach as if you're in sort of a chair pose. And as you exhale, soften and come a little bit more upright and relax those arms down. Let's do that again. Inhale, stretching the arms up overhead. Feel that length in your spine. Maybe your chin will tuck a little bit as you reach through the crown of your head. Feel that extension. And as you exhale, soften. Float the arms back down to your sides and relax. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Feel that length in the spine, like you're reaching through the crown of your heads and your fingertips. Keeping here this time, let's exhale. Gently float the right arm down to the side and turn to look towards the right. And as you inhale, those motions reverse, so the arm floats up and the head comes forward. Feel that length. Exhale, floating the left arm down, turning the face to look towards the left. Really relax that left arm down as best you can. Inhale, float that arm up and stretch. Let's do one more on each side. Exhale, floating the arm down, turning to look towards the right. Inhale, float that arm up. Feel the stretch. Exhale, float the left arm down, turning to look towards the left. Inhale, float the arm up. And let's exhale, release, and float both arms down and relax a moment. So yesterday I did a brief class, about a 25-minute class on Qigong, Tai Chi, Qigong. And one of the movements that they did, I wanted to share with you because it's kind of fun. So it's similar to what we just did, but a little bit different. So as you inhale, let's lift those arms up. And imagine you have a paint can on top of your heads. And take those hands and dip the fingers in the paint can. Breathe, exhale, inhale. Your fingers are just in that paint can. Exhale, soften. Now let's go ahead and take that right arm and paint a rainbow on that right side, like we did before, but we're painting a rainbow and we're looking to the right. Inhale, the arm comes up, dipping those fingers in that paint can. Exhale, let's go ahead and paint with the left hand, turning towards the left. Inhale, bring that hand up and let those fingers dip in the paint can again. Let's do another side. Right arm paints that rainbow on the right side as you watch that rainbow being painted. And then inhale, the arm comes up and the fingers dip into that paint can again. Exhale, left arm floats down, painting that rainbow, turning to look towards the left. Inhale, the motions reverse, and your fingers are again dipping in that paint can. How does that feel? Let's just throw some paint. Be like, who was it? Who's that painter that did all that crazy paint? Jackson Pollock. Just paint. Just throw some paint around, just for fun. We didn't do this in the class, but I want to do it. And then go ahead and release those arms down. Good. Now let's give yourself some shoulder rolls. So starting with those shoulders nice and relaxed away from the ears. One at a time, bring a shoulder forward, up, around, back, and down. Isolating the shoulders, the other shoulder forward, up, around, back, and down. And do that a few more times. We're melting that fuzz that develops overnight in the fascia, allowing more movement, smoother movement, melting that fuzz. Good. And then settle. Notice how you feel. So another one to melt the fascia and the shoulders. We're going to have the arms relaxed alongside the body, and you know this one. So make a fist and slowly draw those shoulders up as you inhale towards the ears. And then exhale through the mouth. Inhale, draw the shoulders up towards the ears. The arms are tensing a little bit. And inhale one more time. Bring those shoulders up. And exhale through the mouth. Good. Shake it out a little bit. Okay. Now one more thing with the shoulders, or maybe even two more things. We're going to bring any amount, the shoulders, squeezing those pectorals. So the arms may come in front of you, in between your legs. Squeeze the pectorals and stretch the rhomboids. And then loosen up those arms, relax them, bring them back, and stretch the pectorals, contract the rhomboids. Do that a couple more times, bringing the arms forward. Maybe they'll come in between your legs as you squeeze the shoulders together towards each other in the front. And then bring those elbows back and squeeze the elbows towards each other, the shoulders, squeezing that midline in the back. One more time. Squeeze in front and in back. Good. Now let the arms hang. And one more shoulder exercise. We've done this before. You'll know what we're doing. So bring that right shoulder up and reach away with the left. You're isolating your shoulders again. So the whole left arm reaches away. You can do a little bounce. And then the left shoulder comes up and the right shoulder reaches away. You can do a little bounce if that feels good. Any amount. Let's alternate sides again. Right shoulder coming up towards the ear and reaching away. The whole arm on the left side reaches away. Left shoulder coming up, Reaching away with the right shoulder, right arm and shoulder. One more time on each side. Keep breathing. So more or less during this process, or actually more, you want to keep the spine aligned and isolate the shoulders, right? Let's shake it all out again. Okay, now bring those feet out a little bit more. You can just rest your hands on your knees if that feels good for you. Those knees, some of that healing energy from your hands. Sit up tall and let's tap for 30 seconds. Tap the feet. The heels stay on the floor and the whole front of the foot taps. We'll do this for 30 seconds. Maintain your nice length in your spine. Your inner corset is working. Got about 8 more seconds. And relax. Notice how you feel. And one at a time, bring a leg back to stretch the front of the leg. Keep breathing. A few seconds on each side. Going to stretch the toes back, the top of the foot, and then the other side. Good. And let's square up those feet again. Bring them out again. We'll do it one more time. So tap. We'll go for 30 seconds. Maintain that nice long spine, tall sitting. Keep going. We've got another 5 seconds to tap. And relax. Stretch one leg at a time. And the other leg. Good. And then bring those feet flat to the floor again. Let's do a little seated Baddha Konasana. So work your feet towards each other. You may need to come a little bit closer to the edge of the chair as you let those knees move out to the side. Bring the soles of your feet together. So the outer parts of your feet are on the floor. How does that feel? Continue to sit up nice and tall as best you can. And then just play with those toes a little bit. Bring them together and then apart, together, apart. We want the feet to be active and able to stretch, able to support you. So this is a different way of approaching how you feel about your feet. Just play a little bit. Wiggle those toes and then press them together. How does it feel when you press each toe to its counterpart on the other foot? The outer edges of the feet may be touching as well. You may have a gap there in the arch. Just notice. Keep breathing. The heels are together. And then release and bring them flat to the floor again. Walk them apart about hip width apart. Let's do a little bit of forward folding. So before you begin, make sure those sits bones are squared up to the chair and you're lengthening your spine with that inner corset. As you inhale, feel that length. As you exhale, lean forward slightly. Let's do this incrementally. Inhale up. Exhale, lean forward a little bit more. Keeping the spine nice and long. Try not to round over too much. Inhale. Maybe you'll lean back slightly, maintaining the inner corset. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. How does it feel? Keep those shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Maybe you'll lean back a little bit. How does that feel? Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. One more time. Inhale. Does it feel good to lean back and look up slightly, maintaining the inner corset? Exhale, fold. This time fold as far forward as is comfortable for you and release down if that feels good. Keep breathing. So staying here as you inhale, just feel a stretch. You may want to lift up a little bit and feel that stretch through the crown of your head. Make sure the shoulders are staying away from the ears. Exhale, soften, release. Inhale, lift, stretch. Shoulders drawing away from the ears, but reaching through the crown of your head, long spine. Exhale, soften. One more, inhale. Feel like you're stretching your spine. You're reaching through the crown of your head, even as your shoulders are reaching away from the ears. And exhale, soften down. Now let's come up with a long spine. And how about cactus arms? So before you begin, bring your arms into cactus. Engage that lower belly. Exhale fully. And inhale. Long spine lifting with the support of the breath. And exhale, release those arms down. Good. Shoulder roll. Keep breathing. Let's do our figure 4. So get yourself situated so you feel comfortable enough to bring one foot up at a time. Bring that ankle. I'm taking my left leg up. My left ankle is now above my right knee. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Rotate that ankle a little bit. And do a little foot massage. So bring those hands to your feet and give those feet some good healing energy from your hands. They deserve it. Think how far they've brought you. Any amount, that warm healing energy from your hands into your feet. And you can bring that energy up your shin to your knee and up your thigh to your hip, if that feels good. Sit up tall, keep breathing. And maybe you have a strap ready, or maybe you just want to use your hands and stretch this leg out. Keep breathing. You can let that knee be a little bit bent. You don't have to straighten the knee, right? And as you're ready, bring that foot down and switch sides. Make sure you're sitting up tall. Readjust yourself as needed and bring that other foot up to rest the ankle above the knee. Relax those shoulders and give this foot some good warmth and healing energy from your hands. Rotate that ankle. Go both ways. And if it feels good, you can bring some of that healing warmth to your knee and your thigh or your hip. And back down. And perhaps with the strap or with your arm, stretch this leg out. Good. And gently, as you're ready, bring that foot flat to the floor again. Sit up tall. And release those shoulders away from the ears. Let's do a little bit more with our neck and shoulders. So how about that receptive, gentle twist? So you can just rest for starting, rest your arms, open the palms towards the ceiling, and think about these areas of our hands are receptive. You've got some good healing energy coming into your hands. So take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, Exhale, relax, take that left arm, relax it out, bring the right arm over to the left shoulder, turning your whole body from the waist up this time. And then as you inhale, open up to that receptive place again. Exhale, now the right arm relaxes down and the left arm comes over to the right shoulder. The whole body gently turns to look towards the right. Inhale, back to that receptive place. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Exhale, turning towards the left. Relax the left arm down and bring some healing energy into the left side with your right hand. Inhale, opening up, receiving that energy. Exhale, right arm relaxes. Left arm brings some good energy into that right shoulder, turning the whole body gently. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right hand towards left shoulder, turning the whole body from the waist up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm to right shoulder, turning to look towards the right. Inhale, back to center. I forgot which arm we started with. Let's do it one more time on each side. Exhale, right arm to left shoulder, turning the whole body gently towards the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm to right shoulder, turning towards the right. Inhale, back to center and relax. I think that's all. Let's roll the shoulders. Let those arms come alongside the body and pick up the weights. So now we're going to hold those weights above the knees and do some of our calf lifting. So 10 or 20 of these, however many feels good for you. Go at your own pace. There's 10 for me, 11, 12, 13, sit up tall, 14, remember to lengthen the back of your neck, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And relax a moment, notice how you feel. Breathing in deeply, exhaling completely. Let's let those arms come alongside the body. Think of that shoulder area, that area between your shoulders. Activate that area a little bit. Can you feel that squeeze? A little bit of a squeeze between your shoulders. And then let the arms relax and the weights draw your arms long. Let's do our bicep curls in 3 increments. First increment, tiny little pumps 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the second increment, tiny little pumps again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the third increment, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Let's do a tricep extension, bringing those weights up and behind your head. 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And lower down slowly in a comfortable way. Let those weights draw the shoulders away from the ears. Nice long spine, nice tall sitting. Let's do our second set of bicep curls, tiny little increments. 10 pumps in each increment. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-second increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Relax those shoulders. Now let's do another set of tricep extensions. Bring those weights up over your head and behind your head. Feel that inner corset working, keeping you nice and tall and slim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly lower down. We'll do one more set of bicep curls. So let those weights come down. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. One more set here. Tiny little pumps. First increment. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Third increment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Find that long spine. Think about bringing your neck in and up a little bit, lengthening the back of your neck. Breathe. Good. Now let's set the weights down somewhere convenient. And let's practice standing up into Uttanasana. So we did a forward fold earlier, and we want to do something similar, hinging at the hips, keeping the spine long, to move into this chair pose, Uttanasana. So sit up nice and tall. Take a nice deep inhale. Maybe you lean back slightly, maintaining that inner corset. And then as you exhale, sweep the arms forward, bringing the weight first into your heels, and then stretch up any amount. Find that stretch so you can feel like you're reaching through the crown of your head and the fingertips towards the corner of the ceiling. Inhale, feel that length and strength. As you exhale, soften a little bit. Staying here for 3 breaths. Inhale, feel that length and strength. Exhale, soften a little bit. 1 more breath. Feel that length and strength as you inhale. And as you exhale, coming back to the chair seat, you can reach for the chair seat with your hands and lower yourself down easy. Good. Keep breathing. Stretch those legs out and do a little bit of a lymphatic pump. So point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. If you want, you can let those arms swing a little bit here, a little more freedom in the arms and shoulders. I know this is awkward, but it feels pretty good. I hope it feels good for you. Okay, now let's come on up to standing. Okay, you ready? Come on up to standing. And we'll get our weights and we'll do our ski dips. Before you start your ski dips, find your groundedness. So feel or imagine that spiraling energy from the center of the earth coming up through the bottoms of your feet, keeping you grounded. You're part of the earth. You're also part of the sun. So you've got solar energy coming down through the crown of your head. Just notice how that makes you feel really solid. Keep breathing. Keep those knees soft. Let's do our ski dips as you're ready. Here we go. At your own pace. Let the knees gently bend and the arms swing. So as you straighten your elbows, let the elbows relax. Maybe you'll go a little slower. And then if you want to bend the elbows, you can go faster, right? Keep breathing, whatever you're doing. Now let those elbows be relaxed. Slow it down a little bit. And return to mountain. How do you feel? Keep breathing. Notice how you feel. Now, opposite limb, whatever is best for you. So maybe it's just a little tiny step. Maybe it's a bigger lift. And maybe it's a lunge. So you do what feels best for you. Keep breathing. Opposite limbs are moving at the same time. Moving at your own pace. Okay, as you're ready, slow it down and return to mountain. Notice how you feel. Breathing in deeply and relaxing as you exhale any amount. Now let's do another set of our ski dips at your own pace. Begin to move. Now relax those elbows. Move a little slower. Keep breathing. And return to mountain. Good. One more time. Opposite limbs. Do what feels best. Oh, I started out with same limb going forward. That was weird. Do something that feels good for you. Keep moving, keep breathing. Okay, return to mountain as you're ready. Relax a moment. Let's put those weights out of the way now. And let's do a little bit of our Warrior 2 practice, okay? So Warrior 2 is a wide-legged lunge, and it's kind of a sideways lunge, right? So come to the side of your mat, wide stance. Notice how you feel. Keep those knees soft. Breathe. Inhale and exhale. Now, just for fun, let's turn just gently. Notice how this feels. So what I'm doing is I'm pivoting and turning a little bit as I lift one foot, turning that way. So I lift a foot and the whole leg turns. Just do a little bit of that. How does that feel? Just a little bit. Tiny movement. Then come to center. Notice how you feel. Keep breathing. Let those shoulders sink. Think about the inner corset working, keeping the knees soft. Let's start by turning the left foot all the way out. So pivot. The foot turns out from the root of the leg. Now that right foot has to come a little bit towards the left as well. So what I usually find myself doing is the heel goes back a little bit more, and then the toes are facing a little bit towards the left. How do you feel? Here. So notice this is our kind of sideways lunge, right? And we're going to move in and out of warrior two a few times. So these movements in and out of the poses are designed to enhance your nervous system. So you're building new pathways, you're making the pathways smooth, and your nervous system likes that. So just bear with it. I know it may be feeling boring or weird or something, but just enjoy it. So as you inhale, let that left knee bend, bring your arms parallel with the floor and turn your face to look towards the left. And as you exhale, soften back to the starting place. Let's do that a few more times. Inhale, left knee bends, arms lift parallel with the floor and the head turns. And as you exhale, everything softens back to where you started. Again, inhale into warrior two, and exhale, soften back. Now this time we'll stay in the pose. As you inhale, move into warrior two. Staying here as you exhale, soften a little bit in the shoulders and the elbows especially. So maybe your elbows will bend a little bit. Feel some softness there. And as you inhale, press into your feet, draw the inner thighs towards each other isometrically. Lift through the crown of your head, reach through the fingertips, floating that rib cage above the hips. And as you exhale, soften. So notice what happens as you inhale. My knee kind of straightens up a little bit. And as I exhale, I soften and my knee bends a little bit. What happens with you? Inhale, feel the length and strength in this pose. Exhale, soften a little bit. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, feel the length and strength. And this time stay with that bent knee and gently let the arms relax down and lean slightly over towards the left. So what we're looking for is a long line. Imagine you've got a line from that right heel out the crown of your head. And that's, your spine is aligned in that line. Notice, keep breathing. Let that left arm just rest on the left thigh and bring that right arm into a shoulder roll and even tuck it around your waist. So my intention here is to get more mobility, more movement in the shoulders and to open up the chest a little bit. So as you wrap that right arm around your waist, maybe your neck is a little more available to look up towards the ceiling. Is it? Try it. Keep breathing. You're still pressing into those feet, feeling long, feeling strong. And now bring that arm alongside your body. And then if it feels right for you, bring it up and over your ear for that wide angle bend. Breathe as you inhale, stretch through those fingertips. As you exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, feel the stretch. There's a long line from the heel out the fingertips. Exhale, soften. One more breath. Inhale, stretch. And exhale, let's bring that arm back and around again. Opening that shoulder, giving that shoulder more mobility. Bring yourself upright now. Relax the arms out to the side and bring the toes all forward or all neutral. Okay, now let's do the other side like that. So take your right foot, turn it out. Work those left toes a little bit towards the right as well. Inhale, right knee bends, arms lift parallel with the floor and the head turns. As you exhale, soften back to where you started. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale into the pose. Exhale, soften back. Inhale, bend the knee, lift the arms, turn the head. And exhale, soften back. This time we'll stay in the pose. Inhale into warrior two. Notice how you feel. Exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, feel like you're pressing your feet You're drawing the inner thighs isometrically towards each other. You're floating the rib cage above the hips. You're reaching through the fingertips and the crown of the head. As you exhale, soften any amount. Inhale, feel the length and strength. Exhale, soften a little bit. Inhale, feel it. Exhale, soften it. One more breath. Feel like you're pressing into those feet. You're drawing those inner thighs isometrically towards each other. And this time, as you exhale, soften those arms down and lean over towards the right. Opening that left shoulder. Ooh. Keep breathing. Give yourself a shoulder roll on that left side. And any amount, if it feels good for you, wrap that left arm around the waist. Any amount, if you can do it, turn your face to look up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Smile. And as you're ready, release that arm from the back. And you can bring it up and over that ear. Keep breathing. Tuck your chin a little bit so you can feel the length through the crown of your head. Any amount. Breathe. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, soften. Stretching with that inhale. Softening with the exhale. Really feel that stretch through your fingertips. And this time as you exhale, bring the arm back and down again, down and back. If it feels good for you to turn your face to look up towards the ceiling again, that's good here. Keep breathing. Let's bring ourselves upright again and turn all those toes forward. Good. Notice how you feel. Go ahead and heel toe back to mountain. Now let's do our balance pose for the day. So how about just, you've got a wall or a chair or a ledge, something to keep yourself relaxed, right? Just keep yourself stable. So find your mountain pose. Get nice and solid, grounded. Knees are soft. We're just going to bring a knee up in front today. Just kind of a modified odd tree. Okay, so with an inhale, shift over toward the right. Exhale, ground into that right foot. And then as you're ready, just lift that left knee. Let it bend. Keep the foot relaxed. And even as your knee comes up, so my knee is about at a right angle here. I'm going to rotate my ankle a little bit. I'm going to maintain my inner corset, stay nice and long. Press into that standing foot. Rotate the ankle a little bit more. And then return to mountain. How do you feel? Keep breathing. Let's do the other side. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, ground. Keep the knee soft. And as you're ready, bring the right knee up. Let it bend. Let the ankle rotate a little bit. Go both ways. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, return to mountain. How does it feel? Do you feel more even now? Keep breathing. Let's do it again. Inhale, shift to the right. Exhale, ground. Inhale, lift that left foot up off the floor, bending the knee. Maybe this time you'll extend that foot a little bit. Keep breathing. You can just keep the knee relaxed and rotate the ankle if you prefer, or you can stretch the foot out. Keep breathing. And then let's gently bring that foot down onto the floor again. Notice how you feel and do the other side. Inhale, shift to the left. Exhale, ground. Keeping the knee soft, even bending a little bit. Bring that right foot up, knee lifts. And extend the foot out if that works for you. You don't have to if you don't want to. Keep breathing. And as you're ready, gently return to mountain. Good. Do a little rebounding here. So just shake or bounce the heels gently up off the floor. Let the whole body shake a little bit or bounce a little bit. Good. And then settle into your mountain. Notice how you feel. Let's do a little bit of weight shifting. So with an inhale, just bring your weight forward and let the heels lift up minutely off the floor. Let the knees and the hips be bendy. As you exhale, bring the heels down to the floor again. Shift your weight to the heels and lift and wiggle those toes. How does that feel? Can you do that? Now bringing the toes down, inhale forward. If it feels good for you to bring the heels up off the floor, do that. Exhale, bring the heels down. Shift the weight into your heels. Keep breathing. Just breathe naturally. And wiggle those toes again. How does that feel? Let's bring the toes down onto the floor and find an even distribution of weight in all parts of both feet. Breathing in and out. You're so grounded. Okay, now let's come down onto the floor or in your recliner. You can do all these things in a chair or recliner as well as on the floor if you prefer. So make sure you have some padding for bringing under your tailbone and sacrum for our Viparita Karani. So I'm going to use this folded blanket for that today. So we'll get on our backs, lay down on your back. We'll do a little bit of Apanasana or bringing those knees in towards the chest or the shoulders. And we'll do a little bit of half bridges. And then we'll do our Viparita Karani. So as you're ready, relax here. Find your relaxed place on the floor. Snuggle around, get those shoulders relaxing out evenly on both sides. Feel that inner corset working even here. Be careful not to sway your back so that chest comes up too far. I have to tell myself that all the time. And maybe you can relax those arms out to the side with the palms facing the ceiling today. Can you do that? As you're ready, with an inhale, pick the feet up off the floor. Your knees come above your hips there. As you exhale, draw the knees towards the body, either the shoulders or the chest. Do what feels best. Inhale, the knees come again above the hips. Exhale, draw those knees towards the body. Oh, I hope this feels as good for you as it does for me. Inhale, exhale. Notice how it affects your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Now you can do any amount of happy baby here if that feels good. Lift your feet up, face the ceiling with your feet. Anything that feels good here, maybe a little side to side action. Do some movements as if you were a baby, exploring how you feel on the floor. Keep breathing. You're a happy baby. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Maybe you're just kicking those feet up and playing with your feet or maybe your hands. Keep breathing, whatever you're doing. And as you're ready, bring the feet flat to the floor again, about hip width apart. The knees are bent. The feet are flat on the floor. Heels comfortably close to your hips. Snuggle around, get nice and long in the spine. Relax that neck. Maybe you'll bring that neck side to side a little bit. Rock the head side to side. Relax here for a moment. Breathe. Now, as you're ready, we'll do a few half bridges. So for this half bridge, let's do something. We haven't done this in a while. So keep the shoulders nice and relaxed away from your ears and bring your hands into a prayer pose above your solar plexus, around there, somewhere comfortably. Your elbows are bent, relaxed in a relaxed way, and your hands are in a prayer pose. So let them relax there. Now with an inhale, press into your feet and let those hips come up off the floor, using those gluteals. As you exhale, relax the hips back down and gently draw those hands up towards the ceiling. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, relax the shoulders and arms, the elbows bend. You're using those gluteals to lift the hips up. Exhale, relax the gluteals. Release the hips back down to the floor and draw the arms up towards the ceiling gently. Inhale, relax the arms and lift the hips up using those gluteals. Exhale, relax the gulls, floating the hips down and reaching the arms gently away from the body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, relax the arms as the gluteals lift those hips up. Exhale, relax the gluteals, float the hips down and reach away with the arms. Feels so good. I want to do it one more time. Inhale, lift those hips, squeeze those gluteals, relax the arms. Exhale, relax the gluteals and draw the arms gently away. Good. Now release the arms out to the side, relax. Walk the feet apart as far as the mat is wide and do a little windshield wiper. So the knees are going to go one way and the head goes the other way. Keep breathing. Do any amount of this wind wiper that feels good in your body. Good. Now bring the feet hip width apart again. And we're going to do our Viparita Karani now. So if you want to join me with a surface under your sacrum and tailbone, make sure you have a neatly folded blanket or a block to put there. I especially like this blanket. Okay. This is one of my mom's blankets. I love it. All right, so now as you're ready, lift up into a half bridge and tuck that surface under your sacrum and tailbone, settle there. How does that feel? And you can do this with your hips flat on the floor as well. You don't have to put the surface under there. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you're ready, bring the feet up to face the ceiling with the soles of the feet. How does this feel? Breathe. As you inhale, stretch those heels up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, relax the knees and the ankles a little bit. Inhale, stretch the heels up towards the ceiling. Exhale, soften, relax. One more breath. Inhale, stretch those heels up towards the ceiling. Exhale, soften. Now you can do whatever feels good for you. I like to just bend one knee at a time, bring it towards the shoulder. If you like that too, you can do that here. One at a time. Gently letting a knee bend, allowing it to move towards its shoulder. Keep breathing. And you can alternate that knee to shoulder, any amount. or you can just relax with your feet up. And actually now it's time to come into your relaxing meditation pose. So you can bring those feet down onto the floor. Lift up off that surface, and you can stretch out flat, or you can bring yourself to your chair or a wall and put your feet up a chair or a wall. So now it's time for our meditation and time to relax as completely as possible, either with your feet up or stretched out, or even seated if you prefer. Find a comfortable place to be for the next about 4.5 minutes, and then we'll come back together. As you're ready now, begin to breathe more deeply. Stretch and wiggle those fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles and wrists. Take as much time you need coming into a seated posture. Please be sure to bend those knees, roll over onto your side, and use your arms to help yourself up, keeping that neck as relaxed as possible. Thank you for being here. We'll do our Om. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here and here. And then you're welcome to